Hello, Karen Wolf here in the art studio this evening. We are going to dabble in some snow. Painting some snow flakes, dots, and flecks. How about that? I don't know if you've ever encountered that sort of thing, but you are going to, if you have not, you will this evening. So, I'm just getting you all up here on my Facebook page so I can see you. Gosh, Tammy, you're fast. You're on here already. That's cool. Hey, welcome. All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to dabble in some painting a little bit, just a demonstration painting, not a full-blown painting. I just have an old, just sample painting of something I found over in my stack. Sometimes I start on paintings and I don't finish them, and this is one of them. I must have not liked it or something. So, hey, Anna. Welcome. Hello. Y'all say hey when you jump on here so I can see who's on, and that helps me in the process, get the word out, and so everybody finds out about how to paint with me. So, there. Hey, Marion. So that's always fun. The more the merrier, right? So, okay. So what I have here is I have, like I said, for those of you all who don't know me, my name is Karen Wolf, and I'm a painter, and I teach you how to paint online. And I have painting tutorials online. I have a couple memberships, and I come on here on my Facebook page and paint with you also. That's what we're going to do this evening. I keep trying to move this thing, and it's opposite. I go one way, and it just keeps going the wrong way. So, I have some paintings behind me that are sample paintings. Hey, Elizabeth. I mailed your painting out today. I mailed all of them out today. That's a trip. Going to the post office, oh my gosh. I haven't been to the post office over in Charleston for a very long time, and I went down there on my lunch today, and it took me forever because there was only one person working behind the counter, and I felt so bad for him, or behind the whatever there at the windows. There was one working during lunch hour, and there was a whole line all the way down the hallway. It was just, he needed some help, so I was sad. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some different ways to paint snow, and I have some sample paintings. When y'all are painting, and you've got a winter painting, and you're trying to figure out different ways to paint snow. We've done it lots of different ways and lots of different paintings, and I'm just going to give you some examples. One of the ways is just to just flick the snow on with a toothbrush. And see that it puts the little dots there, the little flecks of paint. This one doesn't have any of the dots. This is just flecks of paint. And this is done with a toothbrush. There are several examples here of that. This one's the same. It has just a little flecks of paint, and it's done the exact same way with a toothbrush. Lots of really, there's some subtlety involved with that, or you can just see that this one's just barely a little bit misty snow. See that? Just little mists of snow there. So this is a real pretty painting. I love this one. If you guys are interested in that one, put in the comments any of the paintings that you see here that you would be interested in seeing in my online painting tutorials. Give me a thumbs up. Mention in the comments that you like those paintings, and I'll record them and have them available for you. So if you're in the membership on here and you wanted a membership painting, do that also. This is an old painting that I did a long time ago. This is back in 2013. But this is an example of, it's real cute painting. This is an example of doing the toothbrush paint, flecking, flecking, whatever. And then also there's some bigger dots. This is an example of the dots. Dots with the flecks of paint. So that just gives it a whole different look. This one has the flecks of paint, and the dots. So sometimes I do add the bigger, and it's just like when it's snowing outside, you know, sometimes it's snowing and you have like just the fluttery snow, and then you have, I'm going to get another one example over here, and then you have like the bigger flakes. So that's what that kind of represents, like the bigger balls of, like bigger snowdrops coming down. All right, then this is an example of the snow flicked on with the toothbrush. I don't see any dots, but then there are snowflakes. I've actually painted in some snowflakes here. So that's what we've got. So there's different ways that you can do snow. So it's really cool. And to do that, I'll show you here. Oh, I need this little guy. I'm going to use him for my snow example. And like I said, this isn't an example of a good painting at all. This is one that, it's a good painting, but it's not finished. I guess I should say. It's not that it's a bad painting, it's an unfinished painting. I started it, and I ended up doing them on a small canvas, on a little tiny canvas. An 8x10 instead of a large one. So you'll have your painting there, and you've painted it all, and you've gotten it all painted in, and then you'll want to flick the snow one. You do that with a toothbrush. And there is a way that you do it so that it actually works and doesn't make a mess of your painting, is you take your paintbrush, and this is just an old worn out little kid's toothbrush. I find that the toothbrushes that have the stiffer bristles on them, the hard bristles and not the really soft bristles, the harder bristles work better because they have more of a flick to them. So, hey Jamie and Carolyn, welcome. So they have more of a like a, you know, snap, I guess. Where's my water? Here it is. Okay, so what you do is to do the flick on snow. Hey Tina, welcome. And Carolyn, I think I said hey Carolyn. Sorry, twice. You got a double. Oh shoot. I can't remember what I'm doing. Can't walk, talk, and chew gum at the same time. So then I'm just going to put some white paint. I use a foam plate because paint doesn't dry out as quickly on a foam plate. I just put some paint on there, and I'm going to get that paint really wet. So you get your paint really soupy, and that's just a squirt bottle, a Mr. bottle with some water in it. And I'm just mixing that paint around in there. And getting that paint really, so it's like soupy-like. And this is a good, like I said, this is a good technique for, just make sure that you don't get it on your floor, that you don't get it on paintings behind you, if you have something behind you that you're working on, and that you don't get it on maybe somebody, you know, they're painting with you. In the art studio, we'd have to be careful not to get it on the floor and the people that were right there beside us. So you get that wet. You get it like liquidy, really like inky, soupy, you know, liquidy paint. So you want to get it wet enough that it's, that was some thick white paint now. You want to get it wet enough so that it flicks off of your brush, okay? So I've just got some paint there on my brush. I've just mixed it right in there, and I've got it on my toothbrush. So I dab off the excess on my plate, and then I take this brush sideways, and I pull the bristles back, and the paint just flips off of the toothbrush onto the canvas. Let me get this. Why don't you all tell me whenever I've got you too far away? I need to move that in close so you can see. Sorry, that was my hand in the toothbrush. Okay. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. Sometimes I forget. Getting old. Can't remember. Okay, so then I'm taking this toothbrush. I've got it in the paint, and then I'm holding it sideways. I'm holding it to where it's, you know, there's the bristles are towards you. Now they're to the side. Okay? Then I just pull back on that brush and just flip, 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 flip the very corner of those bristles to get that to look like it's snow. Okay? So there's the snow. And that's all it is a toothbrush. Just an old toothbrush. And the thing, like I said, guys, I have found in many years of doing this that the stiff bristles, the hard bristles, work best. All right, then you're going to do just the dots of snow. It's the easiest thing ever. You just put your paint, put your the wood end or the plastic end of your paintbrush into the paint. Daub some of it off so you don't have a big old gob on there. And then, well, you want it to go on there. And then you touch it on with the end of the paintbrush. Okay? You make some of them big, some of them small. And you just put dots, bigger dots. And you can put some on the thing. See, he's looking good already, isn't he? I guess I gave up on him. I don't know what I did. I think I was painting. I was coming up with a painting for children. Oh, don't make them all in a row like I just did right there. Make them all random. I was coming up with a painting for kids, and it couldn't be a very long painting. And if you want to make some of those even bigger, you can take the round of your brush, and if you're touching and it's not making a very big, you can kind of go like in a little circle kind of thing and make them a little bit bigger. Like that. Okay. So there is how you do the dots of the snow. Okay, so there's some big dots of snow. He's throwing some snowballs, so he's really having a big time. All right, so then if you want to do the snowflakes that are, like I showed you on the snowman, the big snowman over there, you paint those on with a paintbrush. And you take a liner brush, which is a script liner like this. And if you guys, I see my text thing back here to remind me. If you guys aren't on the text thing and you want to see more of, oh, thank you, Tammy. If you want to see more of me live, if you want to be notified, text Let's Paint to 304-245-9690. And you will receive a text notification when I go live. And that way you will know immediately whenever I'm going to be on here. You'll be notified, of things that are, you know, happening, coupons, things like that. Right now I have a special going on my online tutorials. If you text code to that number, you get a code for 25% off of a one-time purchase of your online painting tutorials. So I'm just putting a little bit of water, just making this so it's a little bit thinner, not so thick. I'm just taking it and rolling my brush in this. And boy, does this paint, that's an ugly paint tray, and I apologize for that, but I was painting with black and gray. What were we doing? I think that was, I started using it, and then I finished it out with Henry. He was painting his sharks. Did you all see Henry's sharks? Those were cute. So what you do is you do, if you guys can see this, you just make like a cross, a plus sign. You try to make these lines kind of, you know, thin, not real thick. You can make them thick, I guess, if you want to. You just make a line down, and this one's a little bit longer. I tell you not to make it fat, and then here I make it fat. And if you make it too fat and you want to make it skinny, you can just take your 1/2 inch flat And you can clean that up a little bit. But you want to do this with a dry canvas. You don't want to do that with all those little dots on there. Can you all see what I'm doing? I'm just cleaning that with my brush. If you get your lines too fat, you can do that. Then you take, sorry, that is not a liner brush. Where'd my liner brush go? Okay, so then you take your liner brush. It sounds like my husband's remodeling upstairs. He's putting together an elliptical, I think. And he said he was going to have me help him, but I guess he couldn't wait. All right, so then you take, hey, Vicky, I mailed your packages today. So then you make a big T, a long T, and then you do an X. Make that T, and then you make an X. Like that. You can make these a little bit longer. They don't have to be short. You can make them out a little bit longer. But this one here is the longest one. And then you take the other end of your brush, stick it down in the paint, get a little tip of paint on it, just like you did for your dots. And then you're going to put little dots on the end. Oh, look, that one was close. It already had a dot. Then you put little dots on there. And I don't like that because it looks like I messed up, because there was a dot real close. Isn't that cool? And then if you want to get that one off, you can just get your brush wet and dry it with paper towel and clean that off. Or you can do it with a baby wipe or damp paper towel or whatever. So, we'll do another one of those. You just get your brush into the paint. Add a little bit of water to your white paint. Roll your brush back and forth. You just, let me show you how I'm doing it. So, take your paint and roll it back and forth. Roll it till you get a point on your brush. And you want to add a little bit of water to it so that it's damp, so that it's more liquid. And then you will put your first line down, then a line across to make a T, across, and then you make an X, and then you do the dots for your paint. So that's pretty cool, right? Easy stuff. And see how it really spiffed up this ugly, well, not ugly, unfinished painting, I should say. I think I'll put another one over here. And you don't have to make them that big. You can make some big and some small. You don't have to make them all big and all the same size. You can make some little ones. But it's a pretty easy technique. And you don't have to use all of the different types of snowflakes. You don't have to use all of them in your paintings. You can just use, like I showed you, some of these paintings had all different kinds of the, hey Carla and Nancy, and looks like Brenda. You don't have to paint all of the different snowflakes in one painting. You can just paint like I had showed you before. This one just has the dots and the snowflakes in it. And some of them just have the snow, just a slight snow misting in them, on them. And then some have all of the above the dots and the snowflakes all in there. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. I know a lot of times when you're painting along and you get to a certain point in your painting, you're like, you don't know what in the world. I'm going to want to start painting on this thing, and I'm going to make myself not. You don't know, you know, how to add just the simplest thing as snow like that. So it's with that toothbrush technique, just flipping that snow on there is a real easy way to make snow. It's you can use it for little pebbles in the sand. You can use it for what else? Oh, I can't think right now. But that technique will come in handy in a lot of different... Oh, I know. Ocean waves. If you're making ocean waves. Henry and I did that, and I don't have a shark here. He took it home. But you can do it with ocean waves. Like the mist, the foam of the water that's coming up. Like if you make the waves and then you want to make that the spritz of the foam water. You can do that with the toothbrush. So that's really cool. And here's another example of just the misty snow look. So that is something that would come in handy in a lot of different things. And like I said, you can do it like with pebbles in the road. All kinds of different techniques you can use that for, different paintings you can use that in. So y'all have any questions or anything about that? I'd be happy to answer your questions. If there's something you didn't see, you don't understand, you want me to do it again. That is something I use a lot. In the winter paintings, I use that a lot. So, hey, Kathy and Jean, welcome. I appreciate you all jumping on here and watching. Get tongue-tied. And I hope that is definitely helpful for you. Like I said, too, don't forget the text option that you have here. That is a great thing also to be notified when I go live. Notified of sales, notified when my membership is open, and things like that. So jump on the text, just text let's paint to this 304-245-9690 number. That's a direct line to me. I can, you know, it's a communication between the two of us. So there's that. All right. And like I said, if you saw any of these paintings that you like and you want to see them on any of the painting tutorials or inside of the membership, if you're on here and you're inside of my All Access membership and you want to paint those paintings, let me know and I will... I don't know why that thing keeps falling. Must not be tight. If you want to paint those, just comment below of any of the paintings that you saw there, and I'll be glad to record those and make them available. So, there's lots of stuff going on in the All Access membership coming up. It's currently closed. It will be opening here in a while. And if you want to be the first to be notified of that to be open, just comment below, and I'll put the link in there. I can do that actually right now. I can put the link to where you can sign up to get on the wait list. There is currently, if you get on the wait list for the All Access membership, which is really cool, there's a lot in there. You can get on the wait list and you'll get a freebie. You'll get a cool little free freebie. That's all I'm saying. So it's a good one too. So that's fun. So anybody have any questions? Be glad to answer any questions that you all have. If there's something, even if it's not about painting snowflakes, even if it's about membership, painting, online tutorials, what I do here, whatever. That's what I'm here for. So, but I posted that link there for anyone who's interested in getting on the wait list for the All Access membership. Like I said, it will be opening again. It's closed now. I open it twice a year. I open it in September and in March. And it is a wonderful place to learn to paint and become a better painter. You have me inside of the group. I teach and I have online painting tutorials. It's an online painting membership. And you have access to over 60 paintings inside of the membership. It grows by 3 painting tutorials each month. And it will help you get past the fear, take away that unknown, where you don't know what supplies, you're confused, you don't know what to buy or get or do whenever you first get started. This ladybug thing is just about to drive me insane. But when you first start painting, I know how you all feel. For one thing, you're scared. It's scary because you don't know what to do. You want to do it and you're like, oh, I don't know how to do that. I can't figure that out. Well, I can help you with that. I can help you with the supplies. I can show you what you need to buy. I do have if you text supplies to that number that I gave you, if you text supplies, I can shoot you the information to get a free download for the supplies that I use to get you started painting, to simplify it for you. But to take away that overwhelmed feeling that you have, the scared feeling, you're afraid, you're confused, just inexperienced, you don't know what to do to get started. I was there. I know what you're feeling. I know when I first started painting, I felt that way too. So once you paint with me, whether it's on here, or inside the group is better because you get more and you get a more intimate, closer, more me, and, ask me questions and I show you one-on-one. And if you have problems, I go back through and kind of break it down and explain it to you. But I give you that more confident, you get more self-confidence, you gain experience, you learn, you implement, you practice, and you practice, and you practice, and then you get better at it. And then there's so many tutorials in there to paint and to practice with, and there's a variety, there's something in there for everyone. So Violet says, I feel like I'm not getting good coverage. Oh shoot, let me unplug and plug back in. I have this WeBoost over here, and it works fantastic most days, but every now and then it doesn't. So hopefully that helped. Once I do that, I get 4 bars again for a little while. So I don't know, and I apologize for that, Violet. I'm not sure why it does that sometimes. There might be something that's interfering with it in here. I don't know why it's doing that. So, but did that help? I hope. Hey, Sandy. All right. Well, I'm sorry for the poor internet. That seems to be the case. But anyhow, I hope that, coverage on your ornaments. That's hilarious, Violet. I thought you meant here, like you didn't have good signal. You couldn't see me, couldn't hear me. Not getting good coverage. It does take layers and layers. You're painting on glass. Yes. If you're painting those ornaments and you're getting not getting good coverage, what you have to do, sometimes you can find paint that's for glass, to paint on glass. I never really ever found that. I just used acrylic paint. But like I showed you in that video inside of the membership, what I do is you can use the heavy body paint, but what it does, it takes layers of paint. So what you will do is you'll take your bulb, your glass ornament, you clean it really good with the vinegar, and make sure you don't have grease and stuff on your hands because that'll make it so that it doesn't stick. And then you paint a layer of paint on it, dry it really good, spray the polyurethane on it, dry it really good, and then paint it again. And then you'll just keep painting on layers and layers of paint, thin layers of paint, until you get that where you want it. So it's a difficult thing to paint on glass ornaments. And really what's aggravating is when you paint them and then you drop them and you bust one after you've worked hard on it. So be careful about that. But the paint that I used, really, I don't think I used the heavy body paint with it. I think I just used the craft paints and the Liquitex Basics is what I used, I think, on those. Sometimes your paint can get too thick and not dry, and it becomes like a thick, gets a coating on the outside of it and it doesn't dry inside, and it's kind of weird, dry on the outside and wet on the inside. So, hey Jordan, welcome. But Christmas ornaments, the glass bulbs are hard to paint. They're hard to get coverage. But once you do a couple and you start working with it for a while, then you start figuring it out. But it takes lots of thin layers of paint, dry it really good in between layers, paint it, dry it, spray it with polyurethane, paint it, dry it, spray it with polyurethane. And the polyurethane that I used was the Krylon. So the gloss seemed to be, I think the gloss was harder to paint on. I think the matte and the satin seemed to work best. So I hope that's helpful. So, but they're beautiful. You're doing a great job on those, Violet. And Violet's in my All Access membership, by the way. And I'm teaching her how to learn to paint. How to paint. She's learning to paint. So, and she's very good at it. And Tammy is in my All Access membership. She was on here earlier too, and I'm not sure if she's still on here. Tammy's doing a great job in there also, and learning a lot and feeling more comfortable, she said, inside of the membership, painting more her style and learning from me, but being able to paint the style that she's developed. And that's a good thing, because you do that. You develop a style of painting, and then if you can paint your way, but learn the techniques from me, then you're more comfortable in your painting, and you become a better painter. So, Violet, thank you. I'm glad you love the membership. It's great. I just wish I could just explain it to everyone in a way that everyone would just understand and just want to jump in there. It's just a great place to learn and be comfortable in your painting. There's a success path to take you through the guides to show you how to get from where you are now in your painting journey to where you want to be. And there's a lot of information in there. There's a lot of tutorials, painting tutorials. Hey, Michelle. There's a lot of painting tutorials in there where you can do the blending. There's blending videos, color mixing videos, values, perspective, just a lot, not like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to learn all this stuff. It's not like that, because I learned it all on my own. I'm not like an art teacher or something. I learned to paint. I'm self-taught, and I know all that stuff because I've done it. I've learned from experience. So, it took me a long time to go through my journey from start to finish, and it was hard because I did it on my own. I learned it myself, and I just learned, and I kept reading and studying and watching videos and trying to figure it out, and I've painted so much because I've done so many commissions. And I'm not saying this to brag on myself, don't even think that. I've done so many painting commissions. I've painted so many paintings with people in the art studios. I mean, I've taught hundreds of people how to paint that have never picked up a paintbrush before in their life. So I can do it. I can teach you how to paint. I promise. It's not it's something that you can learn. Yeah, there are people that are born with a gift and that they can, they grasp it easier and they catch on fast. But then there's others that don't have the gift. But if you have the want in your heart and the desire to do it and the gumption and the um, just desire, just the want to do it, I can teach you how. I mean, I can show you how to do it, and you'll be able to paint and you'll love it. You'll just be just amazed. Videos are short and easy to watch and understand. Thank you very much, Violet. Yes, they are. I try to keep everything simple. Just keep things just easy, quick. I don't want to overwhelm you. I want you to go in and learn and implement what you have learned and move on to the next step at your pace. So, yeah, it's fun. It's a great tool. Great tool. Show you how to get started. Yeah, so you can take what you learn in there and move on through. And like I said, get from where you are now to where you want to be in your painting journey. Whatever that might be. Painting's therapy, guys. Painting, even if you do it, even if it's, if you're not wanting to do it to, paint paintings and sell them in the exhibits or whatever, or the craft shows or whatever you do, just paint them for fun. Paint them for therapy. Give them as gifts. Hang them in your home. Give them to your friends and family. I know once you get good at it, though, people will say, oh, I really like that. Are you selling those? It'll happen every time. Doesn't it, Violet? Doesn't it, Tammy? Tell me. I know it does. I've been there and done that. And I know Tammy has mentioned, and I think I saw Violet, somebody was wanting to purchase maybe your ornaments, I think. So, yeah, once you learn and you start getting comfortable with it and you become a better painter, people will want to, they will want your art. They will want to buy it. Yes, they want to buy your ornaments. And, yeah, it just keeps snowballing from there. They want to buy your ornaments. You'll post your paintings and they'll want to buy your paintings. So, yeah, it's fun. So Sandy said she's done a class 4 years ago with a group of friends and was so happy with the piece that she did. Never painted on canvas before. I think I'm going to gift myself your membership for my birthday. Oh, I can't wait to see what else I can do. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. That is so awesome, Sandy. That's a great idea. You're going to love it. You are going to love it. I just can't tell you all what a great membership. There's just so much in there. There's just so much in there. I can't even remember what all's in there. Oh, shoot. But each month we do a drawing. I'll do a challenge, and there's a drawing for a gift certificate. Everyone that participates in the challenge, their name goes in for a drawing for a gift certificate. I've been doing that. And it's to just encourage activity inside of the group and to encourage you to paint and to prove to me that you are painting. This month is the challenge I just posted was to paint. Just to paint a little bit, just to show me your progress. Just a before and after picture of your progress. Once you post that, your name goes into a hat, and at the end of the month, I put everybody's names in there that participates. You have to participate or your name doesn't go in, and then I draw out a name, and that person gets a gift certificate. So it's a monthly thing. I do a connecting time with Karen, and I said today I was going to call that something else, but it's where you will ask me questions and I'll answer those questions. And I think for that, actually, we're going to go in and paint just a little tiny thing, just a little like 5x7 or just 5x5 or, you know, just a little tiny painting, just something really quick that we can do together and chit chat while we're in that group. So that'll be fun. What else do we do? I add 3 new paintings to the membership each month, and there's over 60 paintings in there now, painting tutorials on there now. There will be membership-specific paintings. I've decided to start doing that, where right now all of the paintings that are in the membership, mostly, there's probably 10 paintings that are in there that are not available to the public. But I will start doing more of those where the paintings are membership exclusive to the membership and not available to the public. So if there's something that you see that you want to paint, some of them might not be available online. You have to purchase. You would have to be in the membership to have access to those. You have access to all of the paintings that are in the membership for as long as you're in the membership, and once you're out, once you leave, you can leave at any time, but once you leave, then you don't have access to those paintings anymore. Violet says she loves getting feedback on her work and help when you get stuck. Yes, and I do that. If you're working on something and you are stuck and you can't get figure out what's wrong with it, or you've painted a painting and you don't really like it completely, and you just can't figure out, you know, what does it need, I will critique your painting for you and tell you what you need to change. Tammy's done that, and Violet's done that both. And Kathy, she's in our membership. She's done that. Who else? Actually, I do that. Sometimes people just get in touch with me. I've helped them. Tracy. No, it's fine. I enjoy doing that. I'm here to help. I love to paint, and I want everybody to love to paint, and I don't mind that at all. I enjoy painting, and that is just what I do. So I eat, sleep, and whatever, breathe painting. So I didn't mean to get off on the all access membership, but I guess I did, huh? It's just my passion, and it's what I love, and I want it to be the best of the best. And it's really, it was something that happened because of COVID. I never thought in a million years that I would have done that. Go from in-studio painting to online painting. I would have never dreamed in a million years that would be me. I'd never done a Facebook Live in my life. Probably never watched a Facebook Live in my life. And when COVID shut the studio down, I went live on my Facebook page and painted painting tutorials for people for free. My want was to provide to people, for one, a therapy, something fun and to do at home for themselves and for their kids while everybody was all shut in, couldn't get out and do anything. And painting's fun, painting's therapy, and give you something to do. So then once things opened back up and we were able to go back, I was still doing the paintings online, and I started doing them as a membership. So you could either do them online or you could come in the studio. Well, COVID just wouldn't let up and would not leave me alone. Kept my people from coming in and painting with me, so I closed the art studio in town for in-person painting, and now it's online. Everything's online. I love to paint, and I love to teach people to paint, and this is how I can do that. So I hope that you all will join me and paint along. It's fun. But I do paint on here on my Facebook page. I do that. And most recently, I've just decided to start doing some of the little training things on here, do some full painting tutorials. teach you all on here, you know, a little bit of stuff, and talk to you about some of the other things that I have available, so y'all know, because people don't know what I do. So, need to get the word out. All right. Well, y'all have a great, great evening. I appreciate y'all jumping on here and hanging out with me. And if you have any questions, more questions, or anything like that, you can post them in the comments below. The All Access membership link is in the comments, and you can, like I said, click on that. Just get on the wait list, and then I will alert you when the doors open. And in the meantime, you'll get a little freebie. So you get a little free gift. And all it is, you just put in your email and you'll get like a download, a free download. And if you text Let's Paint to this number that I gave you, the text number that I gave you, you can be notified when I go online. And if you text code, you'll know that I'm going online. And you can get a 25% off discount code, coupon code, to use for online painting tutorials. So there. All right. Well, thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for jumping on here with me. I am going to continue on with my evening. I'm going to go grab me some dinner and see what my husband's doing upstairs with the elliptical. That's another venture I'm going on. Exercise. I've been trying. I just need to quit eating so much. All right. Thank you all so much. God bless you all. Take care. And I'll see you back on here again real soon. Oh, thank you, Sandy. You too. You have a great night also. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.